Jesus freak here. Now, on a random Reddit post, someone mentioned the whole A men and A woman thing. And I said, this was a really cringy moment in its original context. The person was like, you realize that was a pun in its original context, don't you? I said, yeah, it doesn't make it any more cringy. I said, I believed personally that it was sacrilegious. And all the more so as the guy was a minister from my faith tradition. I've talked about this elsewhere. It makes me sad and disgusted to look at the United Methodist Church in 2021 and see what it's become. When you look at the Methodists from where they started, the original evangelicals, and now look at us. It's like we forgot the whole point of being the church. And started to turn into the Church of England from whence we came. And what's the natural progression of the Church of England? They can either get squishy, like the Episcopal Church did here, or they can merge back in with the Church of Rome. And both are terrible options. Someone needs to be, I guess, that live hand grenade they chucked into the church wakes them up. What the heck are you doing? You're Christians. Act like it. Have the proper respect for your God. And instead of getting in all this squishy ecumenicism, why don't you remember what your roots are? Could be so much more. And you decide to get all squishy. And you take open minds, open hearts, open doors. Your motto. You're the epitome of, I opened my mind to too much and my brain fell out. Maybe the whole issue of the church tearing itself apart is a good thing. Maybe we'll start seeing churches that aren't content just to rest on their laurels. Maybe we'll start seeing churches that respect the Bible, that understand the Bible, that preach the Bible, and that live the Bible. You do realize the Great Commission wasn't just to the 12 apostles. A squishy church may attract more members. But it's like planting on sand. There's just no nutrition in it. And it'd be easy come, easy go. That's a weak Christianity if there ever was one. I would prefer to see a small church firmly rooted in the Word than a big church that thinks this is all a popularity contest. You know, I've said that the bigger churches are further from God a lot of the time because a lot of these churches have become cults of personality to their head preachers. Not that that doesn't happen in small churches. I mean, look at any independent fundamentalist Baptist church ever. Sometimes you gotta do some introspection both individually and corporately. What am I doing? You don't know how hard it was to avoid cussing out my church sometimes for what they do. I'm speaking of the United Methodist Church as a whole, not my particular church. Anyway, Jesus freak out.